just like read or
Well,
read. Please tell me, so cardio, 2 hours of cardio a day.
isn't that going to help you?
Please remember.
Make notes on this. Can you make notes on this camera?
And 4 eggs, white eggs.
No, but that's, you're missing this. I'm just giving you an example. You've got to read this whole thing. You have to do a little homework. You have to read like 20 pages of stuff. You can't, it's not just the egg, these egg whites. It's just an example. But the idea
and
is,
oatmeal.
I'm just trying to give you the general.
So that's the
Those
third meal. Do you have a
these are little details. The big picture is.
See, the trouble is she gets up at nearly dark 9, so she doesn't eat until 5.
Well, this is the problem. The big picture. Let's think of the big picture. The big picture is why are you're trying to keep your blood sugar from crashing? Because when your blood sugar crashes, then you get cravings to eat.
Sweet, yeah.
Sweets and whatever else. People want to, because their blood sugar crashes, so you never let your blood sugar go down. So then you'll never be eating unhealthy junk. That's the key. But it's tricky for some people to make 5 meals a day and make time to do exercise. A lot of people don't have time to do all that, right? So you've got to really see the list of what you can eat. And I made a list, a shopping list for the market. But for example, for the breakfast, for example, for the second meal, you'd also have like a big red chili pepper.
Chili pepper?
A bell pepper. There's
Really?
red peppers.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
one
Hungarian
of those,
bell
a couple
peppers.
of rice, a couple of, excuse me, we call it Guatemalan. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, okay. I call it Hungarian.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
So the rice, couple of rice, these rice cakes with no salt.
No salt.
And whole
Cut off totally
brown
this freaking
rice.
salt.
You cut off salt because you get enough salt anyway. And then for lunch you can have like 3 or 4 ounces of chicken, some vegetable. And it works out that by the time you're done, you have 5 meals a day. And you don't eat anything at night before you go to bed, several hours before you go to bed. So
After 7, I shouldn't eat.
with those 5 meals, but just if you start writing down what you've eaten carefully, you will find that you will start cutting down the amount you eat. Just once you become aware of what you're doing, and then at the end of the week you weigh it yourself. And while you're doing this for 3 months, you can lose quite a bit of weight, but then later on, then you go back to a maintenance diet. So it's a lot more complicated than egg whites and oatmeal. I'm just telling you the easy part of it. For me, those first 2 parts are pretty easy because it's so easy to boil 4 eggs. And then you eat 2 of them, and then you take the other 2 with you. And then you take your red bell pepper and this rice cake. It's very easy to deal with the first 2, and then there's lunch, and then, but you've got to cut out. There's a big list of things to cut out. Even certain fruits. Even when you're in the weight loss phase, you're not supposed to eat carrots. You're not supposed to eat pineapple even. You have to be very careful. You can't eat no white rice. It has to be no bread at all. Forget about bread. But it's easy to gain it all back too. So what else? So yeah, you'll see. We'll give it to him. He's got it. And again, I have another copy of it.
What's the name of this coach?
His name is Jason Cosmo.
Cosmo.
He's really good. Go on the internet. I'll show you his name. He's Mr. Universe.
You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
No.
He is Mr. Universe?
He won Mr. Universe.
He's so cute?
No, Mr. America. He won Mr. America.
Oh my God.
Well, so cute if you think that's cute. He's a bodybuilder. One of those guys with tons of muscles.
Oh, yeah.
It's not so cute. It's
Proteina.
Most people.
Pure protein man.
Well, that's a whole thing.
I don't
itself,
like muscle. I like brain muscle.
What they're good at doing is, he's good at body manipulation of the body.
Wow.
Right? That's what somebody like that is good at. Well, the manipulation of their own bodies. That's a whole different thing.
Oh,
if you
totally.
Weightlifting, and he trains people. Versailles worked with him. He was really good. But then she learned the workout and the diet, and I followed her with it. And we have these sample diets that we followed. You can see our weight just went right down. I was 100 now. I'm almost I'm pretty heavy again now. But I was maybe 185 now. I was 165.
I remember.
I was getting too thin. It's a little better for me to be a little healthier.
Yeah.
But you got to do. It's really got. Right now, I'm doing exercise every other day, and that's really just about the minimum. Because you really got to do every day, and that's why the swimming is so good. And this pool is really nice. $2.50.
Oh, that's lovely.
You get in, it's warm. They have classes. If you want, they have classes. But it's very nice for swimming or aqua jogging. Have you ever done that?
I do.
You know aqua jogging?
Aqua feet and aqua
You mean
jogging.
with the belt?
Running.
You've done that?
Never did that before. No.
Well, that's aqua jogging.
You
Put
put
a belt on,
a belt.
and then you make it like you're running, and you go back and forth across the pool.
Teach me.
I never do that. I swim 44 laps.
Oh my God,
I
44
haven't done it in a
laps.
while. Right. I'm capable of 44 laps. And I could do more, but I'm saying, but that's, you go slow when you start, but 44 laps in the full pool, full length pool. 40, and that laps 44 times across the pool, not, so 22 times back and forth. So I think it's important to count.
Yeah,
To
it
measure
is
because
very
you
important.
know how much you've done. Like when we ran up in the hills, I put a timer on.
Really?
Well, it's also just, I don't always have time timing things. It's
And-
managing time. So when we start, when my friend and I get there, which in fact I should have my phone in the car, I gotta call him. You run up we jog 24 minutes up, and then we run down.
Will
Or walk
Rogers?
down. We walk down. There's a
Will
lot of different
Rogers?
trails. Yeah.
It's pretty there.
Very pretty.
I like it. I've seen the horses
Yeah, it's very pretty.
and pretty animals.
Yeah, they're very pretty there. But once I started to lose too much weight because I was also playing basketball, and I started to go play basketball. When I started, I'd be for 2 hours. So I had that,
Wow.
and then an hour, 2 hours is something you like to do.
Yeah.
You're lucky to have something you like to do. And when we swam a lot in 2009, we swam 75 times,
Wow.
and I was doing weight training, and I was doing
Weightlifting?
light weights, just for fitness, for muscles, because the
Yeah.
other key is, you have to raise your metabolism. And the more muscle you have, the more your metabolism is faster. The less muscle you have, your metabolism slows.
Really?
So just the act of having more muscle makes your metabolism faster.
Wow.
Also, if you sit down, the minute you sit down,
I'm a muscular woman, so my metabolism is fast, isn't it? I think so.
it's not fast if you're gaining weight.
No.
No. It's slow down. It slows down. Every time you sit down, if you're inactive, it slows down your metabolism. But the more, just having muscle, even if you're sitting down and not doing anything, do you go to the gym? So you got to go to the gym.
Doesn't let me go
Doesn't let you go anywhere.
anywhere. No.
Who wants to go to the gym?
No.
I don't believe it.
No, because I can't go anywhere.
He doesn't let you go. Well, take him to this pool. Take him to swim. I was telling you. You guys
Yes,
should go
that's the
swimming
only
there.
things that we love together, swimming and walking in the park.
Well, walking is not going to do it because it doesn't get your heart going enough to burn calories.
Really?
But the exercise is 20%, but it also helps your muscles helps you a lot to get toned, right?
Right,
Not only
toning my
toning the
muscle.
muscles as well as increasing your metabolism. So that's
How do you tone your muscle? Just one
lifting
second.
weights.